Guys, so for today's video I will be watching Ghost in the Shell. I somehow managed to avoid the anime, avoid the manga, and avoid the new adaptation movie that just came out a couple years ago. I know that it is a somewhat dark fantasy, futuristic type of film that has to do with a woman cyborg thing, and that's all I know. And I know that she is badass. That's all I really know about it, so I really can't wait to jump into it, so we're just gonna do that right now. So I do know that Ghost in the Shell was inspired by a manga, and then I know that it has to be good because it has a 2019 adaptation, so I'm thinking it's amazing. I'm excited to watch it. But before we start, I do want to say that I did notice that a lot of viewers are not yet subbed, so if you are subbed, please do consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow so much more. It doesn't cost a thing, it's free, and you can unsubscribe whenever you'd like. And if you happen to want to watch along with the full versions, do consider checking out my Patreon. So let's jump right into it, okay guys? Okay, so it is pretty futuristic thus far. I don't know who I'm supposed to listen to right now. Kind of scaring me already. Okay, so far, just from the first couple lines, society is way in the future. Society is not yet obsolete. That's our main gal. Is she the project? It's like a futuristic 80s vibe. It's pretty cool. It's my time of the month. Aren't you a cyborg though? Do you have to do that? Is it a necessity? I'd always make sure the rendezvous point was always right next to a pizza place, even if it's inconvenient. You have to be naked. Why? It's so uncomfortable. I get it, you're like a cyborg, but... Okay, that's not gonna scar him for life. Homie's head just exploded. Oh, that's why she had to be naked, because she has the technology. This is gonna be cool. So far, what I'm realizing, highly political film. I think that's gonna have to do with a lot of what's right and what's wrong. This is just a prediction. And I also think that they're possibly gonna try shutting her down. Maybe she's unethical. I don't know. Maybe like, oh, so she is a cyborg, but she has human muscle tissue. So this is showing how she's been created. Okay, the music's kind of cool. So far, the vibe of the film is pretty off-putting. Do you have to do that zoom in? Is the whole movie her just naked? They didn't have to do this. This was not a necessity. It's like, I don't know where to look. I'm really excited to watch this movie. I really like the animation style already. Like, the style of art itself is just really, really nice. Oh look, they finally gave her clothes. Very nice. So is this her first time waking up and being alive? Was she made to be a killing machine? Is she like a political weapon? Who made her? So many questions. Is this cyberpunk? So I'm seeing a lot of political figures. So this is a highly political movie, okay. So are these dirty foreign affairs, or is it completely legal? Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of politics, but it's definitely gonna add a bit of a twist to this. So Ghost in the Shell, the ghost is probably their consciousness and like their actual mind, and the shell is their body, but they refer to their inside as a ghost. Or their mind. Maybe it's a human mind put in a cyborg mixed with a human shell. So they're versing someone named Puppet Master who does this to other people. She's a major. So they augment people as well. So is it normal for people to be augmented? Oh. So everyone has a ghost. Everyone's augmented to some degree. They're looking at who's hacking into that lady's ghost. The programmer's doing it. And that programmer gave that guy the thing to throw him off his track. This is a mess already. This is such a mess. It's pretty interesting to see like how even in the future the city is so run down and like sad. And they even mentioned how there is still a need for humans, which means that they're trying to transition away from humans. They want everyone to be cyborg, I'm assuming. Whoa, look at those shades. What if he's actually blind? Was that guy in there? He just disappeared. Like they can't see you. Bro, why can't anyone aim in games or movies? I'd be so mad. I'd be like, bro, I'm just getting lunch. And how are you gonna find an invisible man in a market full of individuals and you're looking for someone who's invisible? Oh, you're done. You're donezo. The fighting is really cool in this. Okay, so they called him a puppet because he has no memories, he has no thoughts. I guess maybe he just has a task that he's made to do. Maybe he himself is a cyborg that has no ghost. He's a shell. They were implemented into his head. It was fake. He was just a shell being used by someone to do their dirty work for them. She is a cyborg, I called it. That's what the future could possibly be. But why do they age and do they die of old age? Everything's so eerie, but in a cool way. Someone tell me what that feeling is, because apparently I don't have the vocabulary to match it. It's really sad to see how dirty and litter-filled everything is. Just the whole feeling that the movie's giving you, the scenery and the music, it's really off-putting, but it's really enjoyable. It makes you feel part of it, if that makes sense. Floating ads? That's so inefficient. Hey, let's put this electrical ad on a boat that needs gas, I'm assuming, and just it's so inefficient and it's so bad for the environment and it's gonna cost more and it's dangerous. Bad idea. I'm surprised that person didn't hit her. This person will. They rehabilitated her. I don't like that sound. What is happening? Okay, so apparently we can't show like a majority of this film. This is really uncomfortable. That shell essentially created itself and fled? But they think it has a ghost. So it's not the ghost itself that made it, the hacker made it. Maybe they'll become best friends. So this is a private sector, but that's not police yet, not entirely government. Huh, so we can't tell, are they good guys, bad guys? What are their intentions? What is the sector's intentions? Huh, that's good.
例の擬態の中身を回収に来た。見返りに君たち9課はこの件から解放される。外務大臣のサインだ。
Okay, so there's a lot of issues that go on with the main character, the main cyborg thus far, Major, and I think that makes her human actually.
中村部長の体って特注の擬態？ロッカにサイボーグはいないわ。監視カメラの映像には2人しか映ってないけど、閉まるのが3秒ほど遅いんだ。
There was someone invisible after him.
ロッカが何かやばいこと考えてるわね。
Okay, so Sector 6 is trying to pull something, but it is a part of the government. So that's Sector 6 and the other one is Sector 9. Okay, so that one was the cyborg that they said was. Or it could be the hacker. I don't trust anyone. I think everyone's a hacker at this point.
改めて紹介しよう。こいつは電脳犯罪史上最もユニークと評された。
That's the puppet master? So is the puppet master a ghost? That is just a virus? I am thoroughly confused, friends.
人形使いを擬態の電脳にダイブさせ、その間に本体を暗殺した。
そんなところだ。
So his mind is in this puppet. The puppet master's mind
体が出ない。
is in...
なぜなら、今までボディは存在しなかったが、コンピュータの普及が記憶の外部化を可能にしたとき、あなたたちはその意味をもっと真剣に考えるべきだった。
He's trying to prove that he is a living life form that possesses different bodies but has never had its own. Interesting.
AI ではない。私のコードは、
Okay, so it's a project, not AI. But wouldn't it be considered AI?
情報の海で発生した生命体だ。
So it wasn't Sector 6 that was doing no good. It was someone who was affiliated with Sector 6 or snuck in to release the Puppet Master that used invisible cloaking technology. This movie's getting pretty deep. This is what makes it very political. Okay. Alright, let's recap the movie. Futuristic world, lots of political turmoil, different sectors of the government, I'm thinking, and cyborgs wonder whether they're human or entirely robot. A lot of self-inflection, and there's a lot of dimensions to this movie so far. Oh, and Ghost in the Shell is like, Ghost is kind of consciousness, Shell is the body. Got that. So Sector 6 does have a bunch of secrets. They needed to kidnap him before anything got leaked. And they set up a dummy abduction in order to receive it. Okay, so this is getting a lot deeper than I thought it would be. I like the scenery cuts. It makes you more immersed into the movie. And it feels like this such a futuristic 80s vibe. I love this. It's so cool. That's actually terrifying. That's me. When I start a paper at 11 p.m. and the deadline is 11:59 p.m. I'm like laughing at my own joke. The city's so cool. I love this. This is so cool. I don't know how many times I would say this is so cool, but it is. It's so rad. Rad. Do it a little louder. Something's about to go down. Something's not right. What is that? Oh, it's a spaceship. It's revealed itself. Oh, it's like a spider tank. Ew. Okay, poor civilian, dude. At least they're fast. I wouldn't even dodge. I'd be like, oh, it's my time. This is how I go. This is how I go. I'm really liking the setting too. The setting's really cool. It's also super scary. Where's the health gauge for the enemy? That would be very helpful in this situation. So far, I'm liking the art. I love the story. I'm liking the entire feeling and the music. Not the dinosaur, dude. It's pretty ironic that, okay. Huh? What? Her flesh is coming off, dude. Oh my gosh, what? She wanted so hard to open up the thing that she was ripping off. Her arm got ripped off. Well, let's be honest, she did want a reason to die. I knew he would come to save her. She's willing to put herself in harm's way. She doesn't care if she dies. She's like, I've done enough work. It's time for me to go take a dive. Carry on. But why try to take both of them on? Why do you need to attack them? What are you so afraid of? So this is the closest that she has to a friend. And I think him as well. I don't think, well, she said that she feels fear and dread when she's diving. So I don't know how she can possibly feel emotion. So it's difficult to make a friend when you're not very compassionate. So this is the closest they can get. Industrial espionage and intelligence manipulation. Phylogenetic tree, that's what it was. It's very ironic that they have a phylogenetic tree. To become more powerful, and you'll form into one. What is... That's so uncool. That guy's evil and powerful. So maybe he wants to become so powerful and escape everything, maybe? I don't know about that. She's at least partly human. She has human brain cells. Project doesn't. Project doesn't feel any emotion, but Major does. It's not a good idea. Don't do it. Girl, don't do it. So what I'm assuming is going to happen is that they have already merged right before the bodies got killed or destroyed. They already merged, and now they're on the net and possibly can be anywhere. Or did she die? See, they can transport their minds anywhere, their ghost anywhere. What is hooked up to her? Never mind. They didn't morph into one. They didn't morph into one. They just saved her head and attached it to a child's body. It's so weird. It's like a full adult head on a child's body. They are together. There has to be. I don't know. Is she herself or are they morphed into one? I feel like they're together. I feel like they're morphed into one now. I called it. He's in there. But she didn't want to say it. That was it? Are you kidding me? Okay. That movie was crazy. No wonder they had an entire like anime and movie after that. I felt like it's not complete. The idea is so cool. I called it. I called it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. So I just finished watching the original Ghost in the Shell, and I really, really liked that movie. I thought it was so cool. I thought the way that everything was done was awesome. I really liked the art style, and I really liked the concept as well as the story. It felt like a very futuristic 80s type deal, especially when it comes to like the glasses and how people dressed, and just kind of how the city and how everything was shot seemed to be very 80s to me. I liked it. It felt like the film itself presented this aura of uncertainty and almost fear to me, and it kind of kept you on the edge of your seat at all times. Like, you didn't know what was gonna happen. I was honestly thrown off half the time because I had no idea what was happening in like dialogue. It was super unique. I thought the movie was super cool, and I just overall really liked the concept. The concept was really cool. I like that they hinted at almost not knowing the line between humanity and cyborg, and I felt like that was just a really cool thing to add. The main thing that I got from the film was that the main person, the main character, Major, had a lot of uncertainty when it came to her own humanity. She didn't know whether she was like a human or she was entirely cyborg. She felt like she was suspicious of her own being, and how it kind of ended up was that the puppet master essentially at the very end of the movie gave her an opening to feel incomplete. She felt incomplete, and he gave her an opening to finally feel complete, and that's kind of how the movie ended. And I felt like the story itself seemed a bit unfinished. It was a good opening. It seemed like a prequel to other films, which is kind of making me feel like unfinished myself. Like, I felt like I wanted more to it. I was surprised that it ended so suddenly because it really just felt like it was an opening to the next film. So that's all I really have to say about it. I really like the design of the film. I love the art. I love the concept. And I liked that the main character was conflicted. I think that's really cool, but it's rare to see the main character almost go to the dark side. But in the end, it's really just to appease her own sense of feeling of inferiority. It really just, she tried so hard to feel like herself, but she couldn't. So she, she really just wanted to do anything that would help her. So, which in my opinion, would make her more evil, which is, it's crazy that that's kind of what happened. But I really liked the film, and I thought it was really cool, and I kind of want to see more of it. Let me know if you guys know any really good ones, any good sequels, or like what's worth it. Is the manga like worth reading, or is the anime worth watching, or any of the movies afterwards? Let me know what you guys think, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye!